On this channel, my husband and I will be showing you what we are doing on our little small holding, or homestead you could call it. We are based in South Africa, the Western Cape, inland, not too far from the Karoo, which is quite a rugged terrain, but also not too far from the coast, which is about 100 kilometers from us, and not too far from Cape Town itself. We will show you on the channel what our everyday life looks like with the 4 horses, the sheep and the chickens and the cats and the dogs. We love our life here, but there is always something to do, as everyone who ever has been living on a farm or a small holding or a homestead will know. So we will share what sort of projects we are up to, what improvements we are constantly making, and how it looks before and after we moved here. We have been on the small holding for about 9 months now, and the better part of those has been going to just making sure that our animals are safe and happy and have the enclosures that they need. The small holding wasn't really geared towards having anything else than horses, and even for the horses there wasn't really any particular shelter or anything like that. So just some initial fencing, and also that needed some improvements. But we are now at a stage where we have the necessary shelter for the chickens, we have the necessary shelter for the horses that we built and that we will show you. Upcoming projects that we will be having is probably all sorts of shelters, and we also will do some gardening and just going more and more towards that self-sustainable lifestyle, including hopefully going off-grid-ish soon, or rather sooner than later, because the situation in the country with electricity is not very great. I will elaborate on that at a later stage. But for now, enjoy the episode, and we hope you will come and tune in again.
Don't chew with me, don't chew with me. Kijk hè. Dit is een beeld van.
Hello, Yassi. Hello. I don't want you to go. chew it.
Get the right vibes in the mood.
Tres.
something. So what are you doing?
Hi.
Are you, gosh, it's too early. Are you putting on the shade cloth for the horse shelter?
Yeah,
Hi. Oh.
hi.
Is that all you will say? Hi. Hi. Hi, hi.
Which country are we going for?
Don't know. Don't fall from the ladder.
Hmm?
Don't fall from the ladder. Okay. Okay, so here's the horse shelter. Here's the dog. Don't know what her problem is. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Huh? I'm not sure. Always belly rubs, huh? Belly rubs. Okay. Alright, so this is how it looks. We still need to put on the shade cloth on the top. Hubby has been putting on this whole piece in the last half an hour, which is very efficient. So this is the 80% shade cloth that we got to protect the horses from wind, and then also in the summer from the sun. And it is in the direction where the sun is coming from, the wind is coming from, especially in the winter. So we are hoping that this will give them a bit of additional shelter. This is where the house is, so they usually stand here in any case when it is super windy, because this is the most sheltered spot in their camp. And we first started with only half of this, so 3 by 3 meters, and then we thought we still had an additional pole, these big ones here, and we thought, okay, let's extend it. So it is now 3 by 6 meters and 3 meters high. So quite a simple math, and yeah, this is how it's going to be looking like, and we just need to put them on the shade cloth on top still. And here we don't have the 4th pole here to close this up, so we are still going to get one of those to just extend it. So we're going to leave this part here open for now. This one is going to be closed, and yeah, then they will have a pretty decent shelter where all of them can fit in if they get along. But also have this side open and this side to the field open, so that even if they corner each other, they have plenty of place to get out. They just got their breakfast, so they are still munching on hay. They've eaten their concentrates already, but it's Tiff and Lucerne munchies time. How's our patient doing with his head injury? Looking actually good, it's healing nicely. Yeah, huh? Another vet's visit later. Oh, you guys are doing good. Not sure what the plan really is, but hello, hey boy, hey boy. Hmm? So you kind of ended up at the same bowl now in any case, Sophie, no? Very clever. Hubby got company. You got yourself company there. Just stand on him. So all of this is now secured with staples, but hubby will also put in still some washers to secure it even more. Looking good. We've been talking about doing this for a few months and now it's happening. We have the suspicion that once we have this covered up on the top as well, that the chickens might come sleep here in the night as well, because they're always looking for different slots. One of our flock actually sleeps in a tree at the moment. We do have a coop for them, but they don't really appreciate it. They sleep in our hay room mostly, and the one flock and the other flock sleeps in a tree, which I don't know how they actually survived the few winter storms that we had, but they didn't seem to be bothered. So we are going to see if they come in here maybe to sleep during the night as well. And probably the lambs will come and sleep here as well, we have the suspicion, because they do like spending time in the evenings or in the night with the horses. And that will suit us quite well, because we are going to put we already have put a light up here, and we're going to put another one around here as well, and then we will also put a security camera here, just so we can keep an eye on all of them during the night. We do have security cameras covering the other yard areas, but not yet to this side, so we are going to put that up later today as well. That's our cowboy horse. We call him Paint, with a lot of imagination. His actual name is Nirvana, and he is the sweetest puppy dog horse that you could imagine. My husband rides him mostly, and with him he is actually very, very sweet, but he can be a very strong-willed horse if he is in that mood, and he has a lot of oomph. He goes, and such a good doer. Very sweet horse. Tiger is always present, always accompanying us wherever we are and what we do, and she has never-ending energy. It will soon be time for her to start sleeping outside with the horses and the sheep. That is why we got her, that she guards them. She's now close to 9 months old. We think it's time for her to start working. She does work a lot during the day already. In the night she still comes inside to sleep, but soon it will be time for her to start working during the night shifts. How many of these are you going to put in?
Just randomly on the
Yeah.
spots,
Yeah.
just to secure it.
Someone has been already rubbing here, I see. So good. Hello, another beautiful day, and hubby is busy with putting on the final touches of the horse shelter. We are getting there, so there is now the last piece of shade cloth going on top so that it is covered also from the sun. As you can see, hubby is slightly warm. It's a beautiful day here, and whilst he is doing this, I'm doing a bit of gardening. And here is the last pole that we were still missing, and the 3 beams here in the front and at the side that we still needed to put on the last shade cloth. And every time he is busy with this, I'm thinking I should be on some sort of standby in case he tumbles down and we need to call an ambulance.
The who?
The who, yeah. So don't tumble down. I don't know if an ambulance would actually come here very quickly or at all. Yay! We are quite chuffed with this. The horses have already been standing here yesterday when it was also quite a nice and warm day. So they've tried it already and it seems they are quite liking it. So happy with that. And I see now the shade cloth is the 40% that is on top and the other one is the 80%. So it makes a bit of a difference. So maybe we'll upgrade it at a later stage.
Maybe don't say the shop's name, that we won't support it.
Yeah, a certain big chain of building supplies in South Africa. We've been there because it's the most convenient to go to, but they are a little bit useless. So every time we have gone to get something, we either leave with the wrong product at the end, or they don't have it, or it is a mission to get them to find it on the system. So when we asked for these, I think they're 56 by 70 centimeter purlins. Then when we got back, we noticed they had loaded something way smaller, so that's why we have different sized beams. It's such a mission to go and return and exchange and whatnot that we just left it. But yeah, we went to a different shop to get the last purlins, so they are the right size. And yeah, and even with the shade cloth, I mean, it doesn't need to be totally covering, it just needs to give shade. So 40% should be okay. We're not doing it for a rain shelter or anything like that. Maybe eventually we'll upgrade to something, but this is perfectly fine for now. As long as they have a wind shelter and a bit of a shade to stand in, we are happy with that.